Then pictures of Bill Gates and Warren Buffett. In the last decade, the world was obsessed with digital assets. We chased Bitcoin, NFTs, and AI algorithms. But as we enter 2026, the elite have made a silent U-turn. They are returning to the most primitive and essential asset in human history, soil. But not just any soil. They are buying biological real estate, the world's remaining fertile, farmable land. While you're looking at a screen, billionaires are looking at the earth. Why are the richest people on the planet suddenly becoming the world's biggest farmers? Today at YieldVerse, we expose the desperate race for fertile land and why your future may depend on who owns the dirt beneath your feet. The math is brutal. The Earth is losing 24 billion tons of fertile soil every single year due to erosion, chemical farming, and climate shifts. At the same time, the global population is heading toward 8.5 billion. We have more mouths to feed and less ground to grow food on. This is the definition of a supply and demand trap. We explore the 2026 reality. Topsoil is disappearing. Experts warn that we may only have 60 harvests left. In the world of investing, scarcity equals value. Fertile land is no longer just a farm. It's a biological gold mine. Did you know that Bill Gates is now the largest private owner of farmland in the United States? But he's not alone. From Wall Street hedge funds to Chinese state-owned enterprises, the big money is moving into biological real estate. We analyze their strategy. They aren't buying land to grow corn. They are buying it for strategic sovereignty. Whoever owns the land owns the calories. Whoever owns the calories controls the population. This is a move toward food hegemony, where food becomes more valuable than currency. We look at land grabbing in Africa and South America, where local farmers are being pushed out by global giants. In 2026, the fight for land is also a fight over how we produce life. We examine the rise of vertical farming and lab-grown food. Is this an attempt to save the planet or an attempt to centralize the food supply? Biological real estate is becoming a tech-driven asset. We analyze carbon credits, how big corporations are buying land not to farm, but to use as a carbon sink to offset their industrial pollution. Your food prices are now being dictated by carbon markets in London and New York. The soil has been financialized. The next world wars won't be over religion or ideology. They will be over breadbaskets. We look at the 2026 tensions between nations over fertile regions, from the plains of Ukraine to the river basins of the Mekong. Nations are realizing that being energy independent isn't enough. You must be biological independent. We explore the seed monopoly, how 3 companies control 60% of the world's seeds, and how they work with the landlords to create a closed-loop system of survival. If you don't own the land, you are a tenant of the food lords. So, in a world where the elite are buying up the earth, what can you do? Invest in land-linked assets. Look at REITs, real estate investment trusts that focus on sustainable agriculture. Physical sovereignty. If you can, buy a small piece of productive land. Even a small plot is a hedge against the system. Support decentralized food. Build relationships with local farmers and buy into community-supported agriculture. CSA. The ultimate wealth is the ability to sustain yourself. Don't just own bits and bytes. Own something that grows. The era of cheap food and infinite land is over. We are entering the age of biological real estate. The elite have already made their move. They have exchanged their paper wealth for the soil. The question is, will you wait until the last acre is sold? Subscribe to YieldVerse to navigate the changing landscape of global wealth. Stay grounded, stay sovereign. The earth is the only thing they aren't making any more of. See you in the next one.